Right, let's have a look. Let's put you down a bit and talk to you a bit more. Today I've just been picking out my poppies, and so now I've decided to come and have a little cup of tea and a chat and some cinnamon buns. Now what's really weird with these is I have noticed they spit, so we'll put it there. Don't need that. I'll just put this in my water butt. Handy now, I don't have to remember to bring out a full bottle of water all the time. Just get organised, put it over there for now. Right, let's get this lit. Must remember I'll get another one of these. Bloody great. I think that'll do. After that, some butter. And my cinnamon buns. Cinnamon raisin. They're already cut, pre-cut Warbitons. And they're very yummy. I thought I was gonna, oh yeah, I'll get two. I'm gonna warm them up for later. Let's get this seat out. Noisy stuff. Different angle today. It's got a whole lot of wood ready for me next cookout, so it's on that table. But on the floor. Whatever, eh? Butter in here. Warm it up a bit, hopefully. So, this is, we put this out on the, I'm just going to have a chat about my 1 year anniversary my open heart surgery. Going way back a year, a lot of it I don't remember because at the initial coming out of the operation and that, because well, I was a bit groggy obviously because they have you on drugs. I do remember being woken up, must have been in surgery. Had a pacemaker on and it felt like I was being electrocuted when it went off. Anyway, they must have put me back out again after that, just making sure I woke up. Anyway, so I must have spent a couple of days. You go to ICU, then you go to another ward, and then you go back to the general ward. I can't remember where I was at the time, but I remember being sort of like woken up and having a full face mask, oxygen mask, not just the thing that goes over your nose and your mouth, but when it goes over your entire face. Sat up and told to breathe. So I did that, obviously, breathed as hard as I could, and it turns out that my valve was leaking, so I was very groggy. That's probably why I probably couldn't get enough oxygen into my blood system. But we sat up and given an x-ray, and that's when they were told me my valve was leaking. Anyway, I don't know what time span that went on, but the surgeon came back and told me that it stopped leaking, the valve had expanded. So that was all good, but the whole time I was in hospital my oxygen levels were quite low, and I still don't think they're back to what they were. I have to remember every so often when I'm not feeling 100%, I sit and take a few deep breaths to get my oxygen levels up. But hey, I was told when I come out of surgery by the surgeon, he said, oh, it's a lot worse than I thought and you wouldn't have lasted much longer. And I thought, okay, I sort of felt that. I had a few nights before I was going to surgery, about a month before, there's a few nights where I felt like, this is it. I'm probably gonna go during the night. I felt that bad, and literally was, when I woke up in the morning, I literally was surprised. I thought that was it, I was going. Anyway, so I knew it was pretty bad. Time in hospital wasn't that great, really. I couldn't sleep properly. I found the bed extremely uncomfortable. So I wasn't sleeping, so I was too tired during the day to get up and walk around. It was just misery, really. So I think I was in hospital for about 12 days, I think. One day just blends into the next. Anyway, so I finally said, look, I need to get out of here. So I finally got discharged. And that was the best bit, because then I came home and I just slept, and I slept. It was great. Absolutely great. So yes, I'm still here. I'm not my former self. I don't know if I ever will be. Coming to terms with the fact that I probably won't be able to go and do long hikes anymore is not great. Who knows? I mean, it's been a year. People say it takes a long time. It's not, oh, I don't know. But that is basically 1 year later. I'm okay for walking around the house, going to the supermarket, little walks. When I started doing those 2-mile walks, it was okay, 2 miles there, 2 miles back. I wasn't getting better, it was getting worse. It was taking longer. But I should start, now the weather's picked up, I should start trying that again. Oh, look at that, all the water's boiled. Let's get these buns on, warmed up. I still like to do, well, I probably wouldn't do the southwest coast path, but I might do, I'd like to do the Cornish coast path, just do the whole of Cornwall. But for that, you know, and how I'm planning on doing that, although as much as I'd like to hike and wild camp, I might hike it and stay in accommodation. It's a very expensive way to do it, but I think it's probably going to be the more realistic way I can do it now. So and I will be able to do that probably next year. And I'm going to get myself a small camper. It's one of the ones I've looked at, which I can afford, which is the big question, afford, is these people carriers that have been converted into campers. I mean, when the bed folds out, it takes up basically the whole of the back of the little van, but it's got, when they're converted, they have little kitchenettes in them. And since I'm not planning on living in it, you know, that would probably be quite good. Do trips away. And so that's on the agenda. That probably won't happen till end of the year, I think. And then next year I'll take son on a big holiday, which he will be good. We haven't actually been away on a holiday since 2015. Because in 2016 is when I got made redundant. So money's been tight for quite a while, but it's going to change soon. Anyway, so that's about my update. Just waiting for these buns to warm up. Not too bad. They're not hot. The handle's hot though. That's still, we'll let that keep going. Cup of tea. I know, these buns are really nice. And yes, I have way too much butter on them. At least it's not margarine. Years we spent poisoning ourselves by eating margarine because we were told it's good for us. Righty ho, that's a bit of butter. Something about cinnamon and raisin bread, it's great. So, that was my update. So glad weather's warmed up. Maybe I'll start doing the trips out, visiting all the old churches in Cornwall. Turned out hot. Still burning. There you go. Cup of tea and 2 warm buns. On solid rock. Well, thanks for watching. Not sure where I'm going with the cooking program at the moment. Thanks if you've subscribed. I've had a few subscribers over the last few months, which is really good. I'm not even sure if they're actually watching. I get people come and say, let's be friends. All they're trying to do is a sub for a sub. I don't do that. I mean, I did it at the very beginning because I didn't really know much about YouTube, but I need to subscribe now if it's something channel that I want to watch. Anyway, let's keep saying goodbye and don't go. I'm going.